Hi guys, this is Scribbly again with another product review, and today I have something fairly interesting to you, something very unique. And this interesting unique thing that you see here right in front of you is called Høvel, which is Norwegian and means plane. Similar word than in Swedish, where it's Høvel and means plane as well. And this here is actually a pencil sharpener. It's made by Brahman Design. Noah of Brahman Design has contacted me recently and said, hey, I saw your blog, I saw you also into pencils, and you have also done a couple of pencil and sharpener reviews. Don't you want to check this thing out? I said, sure, looks super cool, looks like a modern retro tool, so to speak. So I said, send it over and I'll gladly have a look at it. And that's what I'm doing right here now for you. Let's look at the packaging first. Superb design. I mean, it's a modern tool, of course, but looks very vintagey. That is something that does very much appeal to me personally. The packaging, as said, says Høvel. You have a picture of a plane or of the plane right here on top of the box, and then it says the original pencil plane, designed in London, built to last a lifetime. And I can already, well, not confirm that it's going to last a lifetime, but this thing is made from brass and it's definitely one solidly machined piece, so I can definitely see it at least lasting a lifetime. Then on the back of the packaging, you see it says Høvel translate to hand plane in Norwegian. It's a completely redesigned pencil sharpener. It smoothly shaves off layers, allowing you to craft any point without worrying about breaking the lead. Well, so and so, of course, if you press too hard, you can break the lead, but it works kind of good. With Høvel, you can change the blade in seconds without use of any tools. So it basically, the whole thing is a body, a blade, like sort of like a sharpening blade that you insert into it right here. That sort of attaches to a clamp that is slightly magnetic, so it's easier for this blade to sort of be attached to that clamp. Then you have a screw, you put the whole thing together, and I'm going to show you that live in a second. And yeah, then you're good to go. BrahmanDesign.com, the website, if you want to check that thing out. Høvel then rested in here, and kind of neat enough, you get like a little package here with 10 blades that it contains. So you get a couple of extra blades right here. Super cool. Okay, now let's have a look at the tool itself. You can get only the Høvel, the pencil plane, and you can also get only, or you can get them in combination, a wooden base. That wooden base, I would recommend to get it as well. The Høvel costs £50. The base costs £20, so altogether it's £70. I do believe that you can also get a leather sheath for this tool here, made by High Meadow Stationery, by the way, from which I have this cool pencil portfolio here that I still have to review at some point, and I'm going to like pick one or two pencils out of here to like try some sharpening right here then. As said, you know, carrying the thing itself or having it like this on your desk is like, because like, of course, there is a blade down here. You can do it, but if you spend £50 on a sharpener, and I'll say that straight away, I mean, this is like a lifestyle tool, you know, that's like, you know, for like slowing down the process of like sharpening a pencil and stuff like that. You know, if you want something effective, quick and dirty, then that is probably the way to go. This is also a brass sharpener. It's a Dux brass sharpener, but it's actually just, you know, putting the pencil in, whip, 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 turning it, twisting it, and the whole thing is done. And that costs, of course, a fraction of what this costs. So this certainly is something for pencil nerds, so, you know, for people that like those kind of things. I think £50 is an okay price for all the brass material that is in here and for the craftsmanship, but it's certainly like, you know, not an effective pencil sharpener. If efficiency is what it's about for you. But having that said, then if you spend 50 pounds on this, I think you can also spend another 20 pounds and get that wooden base, which is really nice. Not only does it look cool on a desk, it also sort of doubles as a paperweight for letters or something like that. And apart from you being able to sharpen the pencil like this, like going, you know, with the blade along the pencil in about 45-degree angle, what this thing is also pretty useful for is like you can just have it on your desk like this, and if you flip it around, then you can just like, once you've been writing a little bit, the point ran a little bit blunt, you would like to like sharpen it a little bit, you just run it over this blade a little bit, and then you can resharpen the point. And we're also going to try that out. Okay guys, so as said, this is the Høvel, right? I mean, it looks like a Høvel, you know. Everyone that has seen a Høvel before will not be super surprised by its shape. Then you have this screw here that you can, it's a bit tight right now. Oops, open like this, jup, 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 jup. Oh. Can basically open it with one thumb. Don't roll away. And then you take that thing out. That's what it looks like. It says Høvel Brahman Design in there, the Brahman Design logo in here. That's where the screw goes in. That's how you're supposed to insert the blade, which as said here is a little magnetic. You know, insert it like this here with the bevel facing upwards. Then you put it, there's also a video on the Brahman Design website how that works, on a flat surface, put that thing in here, put that screw in here again, and then you screw it back in. So now here comes the trick, and I don't know, I find this is not very apparent in the manual video on the Brahman Design website. If you do just this, and you now want to start sharpening, you will actually not cut off anything. And it's of course natural that you have the Høvel like this on your desk. You put that thing in and then you screw in this screw. So I was using this thing in the beginning, and now I have to admit I'm not the most, you know, handy or carpentry kind of person. So I just try to, you know, sharpen the pencil. I was like, this is not working. This tool, my light, switch it off, I'm sorry. Now we're back again. I said, okay, this tool doesn't really work. Of course it doesn't really work then, because like now the cutting depth of the blade is not really the way it's supposed to be, because of course I had it on a flat surface, so there was no option for the blade to rise just that little millimeter or half a millimeter deeper that you actually need to actually get cutting. So what you then do when you have it back in here, you lift that thing up again, you open that clamp again a little bit, you push that thing here down just a little bit, because you see this can actually move forth and back. When you have it on a flat surface, it sits in here like this, and it should be down like this a little bit, because of course only now will this blade be sufficiently extended beyond that surface so that it can actually get cutting. And once I got that, it actually worked pretty well. And like with that, you can of course also sort of adjust the cutting depth of that whole thing. So this is a little bit too much for me, so I'm just gonna pull this back just a wee bit, and that's sort of the depth with which I normally use this thing. All right, so when you use it, that's approximately what a result for me looks like. You get a nice point. Of course, you can make a blunter point, you can make a steeper point, you can make a longer point, a shorter point, just the way you personally like it for writing, sketching, drawing, or whatever. That's how I normally do that. Like now I'm not a super advanced, you know, pencil sharpener, but you know, that's sort of how I do it. And here we have a pencil, which is, you know, that's what it looks like right now. And let's now get sharpening a little bit and see what happens. It's of course now a little bit tricky to do that on camera, because I can't really look through the camera. I have to look a little bit beside the camera, so it takes a little bit longer, and because I can't see that well, but I hope I'll get some kind of an effect here for you. just for you to, trying to make a nice long point here. Looking pretty good to me. And if I would, of course, with more and more practice, you're gonna get better and better at this. And if I would like to, you know, work a little bit more precise, as said, it's like maybe better you put that down on the desk. Just want to show this to you so that you can see as much as possible. Like now you actually also see what you're doing. Can work a little bit more precisely. As said, you know, with practice you get a little bit faster and you get a little bit more routine in this. But as you can see here, it is not the most efficient of processes, you know. It's like really a ritual for you to sharpen your pencil, which is nice, you know, mindfulness. You sit down, you prepare to journal, you prepare to write your thoughts down, and you can think a little bit as you sharpen this pencil. So it's like a slowing down process, which, you know, seen through the right lens and through the right perspective is a nice thing, but as said, is of course not as effective as this here. So that's what you get. Looks nice, very sharp, very pointy. Great thing. It's a cool tool, as said. Definitely worth the money if that's the kind of thing that you're after. Hey guys, that was already that with the review of the Høvel pencil plane. Noah, thanks for sending this thing to me. I thoroughly enjoyed. I hope the review was useful, and I'll see you at the next review. Bye bye.